Family, this is crazy. I just sat here shuffling for at least 30 to 60 seconds, and up until Six of Pentacles, every card that came out, as you can see, is Major Arcana all the way there till we get to Four of Wands. There are only two cards right now that I pulled that were not Major Arcana. So this situation that you're in is karmic, and I want to say that, like, the reason why it feels like challenge after challenge after challenge is because this progress that you're going through, this progression that you're experiencing, this journey is happening so quickly. Like, you are in this star energy, and it is relieving you from this Hanged Man energy. But I do, yeah, it is relieving you from this Hanged Man energy. But I do want to say, like, it feels like there might be lessons that you're not necessarily learning. Like, there might be lessons that you're not necessarily learning. In Spirit, I need comfort, I need clarity around that. What is the lesson? Like, what are these lessons that are not being learned? You have the Six of Swords. We get the Four of Wands in reverse. We get the Empress in reverse. And we get the Six of Wands in the direct position and the Magician in reverse. I do sense that it's like this idea of one, not learning, not being fully present in the situation to recognize like what gifts are being given to you in this moment. It might feel like a lot of just feeling super stuck, feeling like, why do I have to be like going through this, like just trying to like move through it without being fully present in your situation, in your reality. But the reasons why you are being like put in this like holding pattern, if you will, is because you're supposed to be learning. You're supposed to be going inward and finding the truth. And so it might be right now that you are looking for all sorts of distractions, looking for all sorts of ways to avoid doing that work, especially with the Six of Pentacles, because it's just like really tough and it's really challenging. And honestly, sometimes it's just like, well, what am I supposed to do? I've done everything that I can. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? You know what I mean? I get the sense that like it's time to reevaluate your game plan. It's time to reevaluate your game plan. One thing I want to say is, if you're someone who just goes, like, you just run from situation to situation, you're a runner in this runner-chaser dynamic. Yeah, I just really would invite you and encourage you to be fully present. Just stop where you are and turn around and look, take a full account of like confirmation of where you are and what you're experiencing and what's going on in your life and what that is trying to tell you. Because I do sense that there's a lot of like burdens that like you are picking up and that you have picked up because of certain patterns that may not have they didn't start with you. By any means, they did not start with you, and it feels like you're between a rock and a hard place. It feels like you're between a rock and a hard place. You don't know how to deal with this situation. I'm sorry, let me show you the cards that I'm pulling right now. You don't really know how to deal with this situation because it feels like you cannot be as honest as you want to be. It feels like you can't be as truthful as you want to be. But the truth will set you free. New energy is coming in. I think that maybe you need to examine like why you feel that way. And I do feel like it has to do with this Star card. you probably are just reaping what you've sown in terms of like, are you, when you weren't living in your sovereignty, this is the result of that, the long-term results of you not living in your sovereignty. And you're being forced to really reconcile with that fact and really see that so that you don't make those same mistakes over again. This is something that you need to not have to learn again. You know what I mean? This is not energy that you're going to need to learn again if you just learned your lesson the first time. And this is why, like, if somebody is not in vibrational alignment, and I want to say, like, sometimes people used to be in vibrational alignment because they were maybe just a karmic lesson, but they're not anymore, okay? And you just have to keep it real. There are secrets that need to be revealed. There are secrets that need to be revealed. Six of Cups in the reverse, Six of Pentacles. And when you do let this information, like, when you let these people know what's up, it is going to allow you to be untethered from a karmic connection, because I do sense that they are pulling on your energy. New energy is going to be able to come in, see? New energy, like your manifestations are going to start to come in. Yeah, and we get the Star again. Judgment, the Fool, Four of Wands in reverse. I do feel like you're not supposed to engage with these people moving forward. And I'm definitely the kind of person who's like, what's already understood doesn't need to be discussed. So maybe what you need to do is you need to just make it clear that you're not moving forward with these relationships, because they cause you too much stress and strife. They're not aligned. They're not resonant. They've only brought you more suffering is what it seems like. And I do feel like part of that was because you were forcing yourself to settle. And you did, I do feel like in a way you brought this upon yourself, but like you had to learn this lesson at the same time. Like you had to, clearly you had to, otherwise you wouldn't be experiencing it. These people, these relationships, they're not moving forward with you, unfortunately. They just simply can't. They just simply can't. It may feel like you're under the gun. It may feel like, you know, it's just really difficult. I want to say this too. Like what's understood doesn't need to be discussed. So even though they're pulling on your energy, I would really just be like, yeah, I would just communicate like you're not interested. This is karmic completely, and I will say this much too. That is going to remove the blockages. Just letting these people know, see? Just letting these people know that you're not interested, you're not going to move forward with these relationships. They might feel like you're impetuous, but guess what? You're actually the Emperor. Really, I would really encourage you to go ahead and do that, because they're trying to keep you back because they feel like they need you. They can't manifest on their own. They're desperate for your energy because their energy, like, they need someone like you in their life. Well, that's not your problem, because you are actually being harmed by having someone like this in your life. So you're being encouraged to let go of these relationships right now. Spirit, is there anything else that needs to be communicated? Yeah, they're stealing from you. They're definitely stealing from you. The devil is a liar. You don't need to have anything to do with these people, I swear. Three of Wands. Once you let go and really just communicate that you're not interested in moving forward with these relationships, I think that things will go a lot, by doing that, you're allowing the universe to give you the kinds of relationships that you want. And I think that you should not be afraid of what their reaction is going to be, because that's a lot of what's holding you back, is this fear of what their reaction is going to be, and this is keeping you out of your sovereignty. But you already learned this lesson, you already know this, right? If they think that things are going to move forward with you, they need to think again. They really need to think again, because they're a liability and they are stealing from you. You are the sun. Look how many major arcana cards have come out. You are the sun. It's time for you to rise. These people are stealing from you. They're stealing your wealth, they're stealing your abundance, they're monitoring spirits because they're low vibrational. They don't even know how to control their energy. They are being mounted and controlled by powers and principalities. They're not your soul family, they're not your friends. They're bringing ruination upon your household. They're just karmics. They're just karmics. And I think that this is really just confirmation that you can move forward with these people. This is oops. This is just, ding, ding, ding. You know, I understand it's heartbreaking, I understand it hurts, I understand it's really tough and it's really challenging, but I actually do think that you are in a position where you're okay with this. Time to make room in your life for new and not worry about how others feel about it, because you know, if you're not able to be emotionally honest with these people, otherwise they're going to get butthurt about it, then you can't be the best version of yourself. But I do want to say, if you might be avoiding conflict, and it might just be helpful for you to just say what need be said. And don't let your emotional fears, your trauma, your past life trauma, keep you from moving forward, because I do sense that you will be able to move forward, but you need to stop operating from fear and start operating from abundance. Okay, I know that that's really scary, but it's what you're gonna have to do. Okay. You've learned this lesson, this hard lesson over time, but I don't think that you're gonna be met with harm. I really don't. I think that you might think that because you are in this scarcity mindset, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen. Okay? And if it is what ends up happening, then it's meant to happen. But I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I think it might make the person that you need to talk to have an evolution of their own ego, of their own understanding of self. Okay. I really hope that this helps. I love you all truly and deeply. And if you want to book a reading with me, you know where to find me. Happy hunting.